This is the mailbag segment, folks. If you got questions, I possibly have some answers. So in the comments right now, put hashtag Lions, hashtag whatever, to get your questions answered. Right now, we're going to our first question here from Shift God OTC. How many yards do you think Goff throws for Monday Night Football? I will go with 290 yards passing. Actually, the secondary of San Francisco is pretty good. I know they're pretty beat. Their team's record of 6-9, but their defense is pretty decent. I'll go with 290. Lions going to run the football as well. They're 19th best stop in the run, below average. Lions going to run the football. They're a little bit above average in pass defense. That's what I got going on. Last penalty on Jamo was soft as, yeah, it was soft. Hope you're feeling better. That's why I was mad. Like, hey, you need to stop. It was soft. But that's 2 in a row. We can't have that. Teams are going to poke at our players like Jameson Williams because they want penalties to happen. That's why they're doing it, right? Everybody knows it's the second person is the one that gets penalized. So you got to have thick skin and take the trash talk, the stuff that players are going to do. We are the hunted. People are trying to do this type of stuff to us, so we got to be like, nah, it's all good. It doesn't bother us. That's how the Lions got to be. Smashed a hole. What's our offense looks like if Ben Johnson leaves Detroit? I think it'll still be a really good offense. Why is that? Because we got the best offensive line football. We got an MVP-style quarterback. Our players are really good. And will it take a step back? Yeah, I do. It's going to take a step back, right? I don't think we're going to have some of these trick plays and stuff like that. But we have great players, so the offense is going to continue. And everyone gives Ben Johnson a lot of credit, gives credit. He does deserve credit. But Dan Campbell, too, deserves a lot of credit. And I truly do believe if Ben Johnson leaves and if Aaron Glenn leaves, they have been grooming OCs and DCs. So I know it's going to suck, and it will suck. But I'm not too worried about it. I think we got a solid coaching staff all around. Do we rest the starters if Minnesota wins? No, we do not. Dan Campbell said he will not rest the starters. The Lions are going to play the game on Sunday all the way through, unless we're way ahead at the end of the game and then you put backups in. But no, they will play their starters. That's the way they play. Lisa Drowns, hashtag Lions, hoping the game against the Vikings does not matter. Do you think that Green Bay can beat Vikings? Yes, I do think Green Bay can beat the Vikings. 100%. Green Bay can beat the Vikings. I feel like has gotten lucky a lot. So I think Green Bay can beat the Vikings, and I got Green Bay beating the Vikings on Sunday. That's what I got. I'm hoping it happens, and I'm going to will it to existence. Hashtag Lions, we make it to the Super Bowl parties in the streets of Detroit. I'm generally happy in how the Lions have been playing this year. You should be happy. It's the best season we've ever had. 13 wins, the most in franchise history, and I expect us to get more wins. I don't think it's going to end at 13. This is a phenomenal year for the Lions. We're at 64 likes. Can we get to 100 likes here on this Friday? I know it's a weird day for OPP, but can we get to 100 likes? We're at 64. We got 234 in the building. Mike Hawk, hashtag Lions. Do you think that Jared Goff could win MVP if he plays great in week 17 and 18? I don't think so. I think it's going to go to Josh Allen. Josh Allen is right now, he is the betting favorite. Him beating Jared Goff, beating the Lions, even though he didn't play Jared Goff, right? It was, 42-47. I think it's solidified it. I do think he's going to get it. Jared Goff should be in consideration, though. I 100% believe that I'm still going to call him MVP Jared Goff. He's played that well. He's playing phenomenal this year. So he should be in consideration, but it's probably going to go to Josh Allen. Do you think that we can get to our first Super Bowl? Yeah, I do think so. We got injuries and everyone said it was over. I said, no, it's not over. This team, right, I'm going to continue to ask the question, and I want people to legitimately answer this question in the comments with the best that they can do. Right now, I'm going to answer this. And if you're watching this after the fact, you're watching this via video, answer this as well. Is the Detroit Lions team right now, offense, defense, special teams, better than last year's team, offense, defense, special teams? Answer that right now in the comments. And I'm going to go ahead and take it. My answer is absolutely yes. The special teams is much better than last year, okay? We got a kicker, Jake Bates, that can kick 64-yard field goals, all right? We have a guy that can do that. Our offense is better. It's the most points we've ever put up in franchise history right now. It's the number one offense in football. It's the number one offense in franchise history, okay? Defensively, statistically, we're a top 10 right now. I know that sounds crazy, but we are. We're not allowing teams to score a lot of touchdowns. We are not. Yes, we're giving up yards in the middle of the field. We're not allowing them to score touchdowns. This defense is better than last year, even with the injuries, folks. If you just look at it, it is. That means we can win a Super Bowl. We were 15 minutes away last year. And if the Lions get home field advantage, it's going to be with the Lions getting healthy, it's going to be difficult. And who knows? Who knows? Maybe Philadelphia gets bounced in the first round. Remember, you look at these wild card teams, folks. You look at, here's what the wild card teams are going to be. This is what the wild card is going to be, okay? Vikings or Lions, Packers, and Washington, okay? Those are the three wild card teams. Washington just beat Philadelphia in Philadelphia, or was that? No, it was at Washington, okay? So they can beat them, right? Minnesota's 13 wins. They can beat them. Packers potentially could be 11 or 12 wins. They can beat them, okay? And if Philadelphia loses in the first round, and it's possible it did it last year, we've already beat Green Bay, Minnesota, and I do believe we can beat Washington, right? Okay, so they're right there. Who's the other playoff teams? It's going to be the Rams. We've already beat. Now it's going to be difficult, right? Because it is, but still, you can beat them, right? It's going to be Seattle. You can beat them. It's going to be one of those two teams that's in that division. The South, nobody even cares about the South. They suck. The Falcons? Look, I know that my guy over there for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but they lost a lot of players. We face them again, we're going to win, right? This is not the same team. So the Lions, right now, in my opinion, can beat every team in the NFC. I'm not saying they will. I'm not saying they're going to, but I'm saying they can. And if anyone says that they can't, they're full of it. They're absolutely full of it. So the Lions can. And I know Mike Valenti from 97 Won the Ticket. He thought it was over. Oh, it's all over. Guys, it's not over. It's not the way that the NFL works. So a lot of people in the comments right here says, yes, it's better. DOD says no. Yes, 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 yes. No question, yes. So if the answer to that question was the Lions are better this year than last year, then I ask you the question, can the Lions make it to a Super Bowl? The answer should be yes. We can't stop anyone on D. What are you talking about? We just held the Chicago Bears to 17 points. We got 34 at their house. Afutu Melifonwu came back. Alex Anzalone is coming back this week or next week. Jalen Reeves-Maybin is coming back. Okay, Ennis Rakestraw will be back. These players are coming back. It's going to help out significantly on defense. It's going to help out. Michael McDermott says, you got my like. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. So, yes, our defense is banged up. Yes, it's not as good as week 1. 100%. Lost Hutch. Lost Alim McNeill. We've lost Alex Anzalone, but that should put hope in your guys. Folks, we've lost all these players, and yet we're still winning. And now we're starting to gain them back. That means we're going in the right direction. I was just saying, just hold out for the playoffs. If Vikings lose this Sunday, the Lions will be the number 1 seed. I'm going to tell you right now, if the Vikings lose this Sunday, there is no way Detroit goes to San Francisco after losing the NFC Championship last year. As motivated as every single player on this team is, they will win that game. And the Lions will be that number 1 seed and win the NFC North. And you do that, divisional round, Montgomery comes back. Kalif Raymond is back. Alex Anzalone is back. Jalen Reeves-Maybin is back. Ennis Rakestraw is back. Iffy will be back unless there's some sort of injury. We can do it. We win that game. Then guess who comes back in the NFC Championship game? Hutch. Hutch could be back. Carlton Davis could be back. That close. That close. In my opinion, we're 2 games away from that. We got to win on Monday and divisional round. Got to do it, man. If the Vikings lose, got to do it. But what if the Vikings win and the Lions lose? Well, then that last game is going to be Lions and Vikings for the NFC Championship game. And that will be in the well, basically, if the Vikings win and the Lions lose, then the Vikings got to come to Detroit. In that game means everything. It means the number 1 seed. It means who wins the NFC North. The loser will be the 5th seed. So that is what it means. So the Lions got to get that win. And it looks like you're Vikings, and you want your team to win. And by the way, this is a Vikings channel, so don't get upset. I'm not crapping on your team and with 13 wins, right? Team. No doubt about it. So I'm not, and of course you want your team to win. I want my team to win. We're both. I mean, your team's 13 wins is unbelievable. I mean, to think about this, 2 13-win teams in one division, and potentially there could be 2 14-win teams going into the final game of the year. I think it's, I don't know about you guys, I kind of think it's ridiculous that there's going to be a potentially a 14-win team that's a number 5 seed. Whoever gets that, it was a couple years, what is like 15 years ago when Seattle had a 7-win division title? It's the same type of thing there. Same type of thing. So I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Another question here. Do you think we re-sign Carlton Davis next season? Great question, Craig Hogg. I was thinking yes. He's been so good. I would like him to return. We got to see what Ennis can do. I would like him to return. He was good on the field. He's just been banged up quite a bit. That's the issue with Carlton Davis, right? He's good on the field, but he's been banged up. So I would for the right price. I'm not going to go out there and give him a giant contract. Maybe a 2-year deal. I'll do a 2-year deal with him, kind of another prove it, just to see if he could stay healthy. That's what I would go with right there. That's how I'd go with it. What do you guys think on this one? It's hard. It's hard. Let's see. Yeah, I said, right, Rusty coming off a broken tib fibula. I haven't played it all year. Hey, man, if you think that Hutch ain't going to come back full strength, you have the right to believe that, 100%. I'm not going to tell you no different. I think he will be fine. Let's see, hashtag FGB. What do we do with Darius Smith next year? Well, he's on contract for next year, so he's going to be on this team. So he'll be here next year. Hutchinson's still in better shape than 99% of the NFL. Yeah, and he's walking around. He should, like I said, I think he'll be ready for the championship game. That's would be 5 weeks. We just like Hutch said, just get him there. Get him there and he'll play. Get him there and he'll play. Get him there and he'll play. Crayon says, yeah, keeps CD3. D3. I'm re-signing Davis. Yeah, so Lisa says I'm re-signing if I was Brad. I think so too. That's what I'm going with. You got to bank on injury, but I'm going to go with that one as well, for sure.